What's up, everyone? Eric Cross here from FantraxHQ. Gonna talk another top 25 prospect ranking here today, and talk about one of the top systems around in terms of pitching talent and pitching depth, and that's the Detroit Tigers. It's been a long couple years for them at the major league level, but they definitely have some talent on the way, especially on the mound. We start, as usual, with my top 10 Detroit Tigers prospects, and it's very pitching heavy at the top here. Number 1, we get Matt Manning, then Casey Mize, Riley Greene, outfielder, Tarik Skubal, then we got Isaac Paredes, Parker Meadows, Daz Cameron, Bryant Packard, Willie Castro, and Wenceel Perez, one of my favorite names in the minors. I say Wenceel all damn day. Alright, but we're not going to be talking about Wenceel Perez today. We're going to talk about a lot of these guys here at the top, starting with Matt Manning. And, you know, I've been back and forth on whether I want to rank Manning first, Mize first. Right now, I have Manning first. It's basically 1A, 1B. I'll get into both of them here. These are two guys I saw back-to-back days down in Hartford at AA there back in May, and I also saw Mize again later in the season. Manning he impressed me a little bit more. He's always been a very good pitching prospect, but really has propelled him into the elite as one of the probably top 5 pitching prospects in baseball is the development of his changeup and the better command he showed up his entire arsenal, especially the fastball and the changeup. Mostly goes with 3 pitches: fastball, hammer, curve, changeup. Fastball and curve are both easily plus pitches. That curve is an absolute hammer. Ton of depth on that, big swing and miss pitch, and he can locate it for strikes as well. Really good feel for it. The changeup is now probably, I'd say, above average. He's shown a better feel for it. Got more movement on it, more velocity separation, so that has really, really elevated his game. And now he's one of the, like I said, the top 5 pitching prospects in all of baseball. Right behind him, Casey Mize. Mize got off to a phenomenal start to the season, including a no-hitter. And then, you know, he had the injury with the shoulder and then came back. In his 2 starts that I saw, except one before, one after the injury, velocity dipped around 1.5 miles on average, so that's something to keep an eye on. See how he looks here in 2020 early on, but you know, the upside here is huge. Obviously, was the #1 overall pick in 2018. Probably one of the highest floors, maybe the highest floor in terms of pitching prospects. He's right there with like Mackenzie Gore in terms of floor. Mostly another 3-pitch mix here. 4-seam fastball, mid 90s, mostly 93, 94 before when he was averaging before the start. Was topping out around 96. After the injury was probably 92-ish, so like I said, it's something to keep an eye on. But if he can get back up to that 94-95 range consistently, mixing in he's got a cutter slider hybrid. He kind of toys with that. That's an above average pitch, and then the splitter is absolutely nasty. One of the best splitters I've seen since, you know, Kurt Schilling and Roger Clemens. You know, that might sound, you know, that's high praise, but it is that good of a pitch. Uses that as his primary out pitch for both righties and lefties, so he's just a hair behind Manning for me just because of the lower strikeout upside. I see Mize right around a K per inning, which is nothing to scoff at, but Manning's got, you know, 10, 11 K per 9 upside, so that's why I give the slight edge to Matt Manning. Both phenomenal arms, both locked in top 10 pitching prospects right now, and both should help out probably early in 2020 as well, or mid-2020 or so. Probably both start out at AAA, and both will get the call sometime mid-season. Now, after them, we go back over to the offensive side of things here with Riley Greene. Was #5 overall pick this past June. As a Florida high schooler. We weren't probably one of the best pure hitters in the draft, regardless of level, or high school, collegiate bat, whatever. He's one of the best pure hitters in the draft. I said the plus hit tool, very smooth left-handed swing. Quick wrists, is able to create a lot of torque with his strong hips. Still has some physical projection left. He's not a huge power guy, and I don't think he ever will be, but I think right now he's probably, you know, projects as an above average power. Maybe grows into plus. We'll see. He's still got a little bit of physical projection left in his frame. He's still pretty young, so he might be able to grow into plus for a power, but you know, a good comp for him is someone like a Michael Brantley, this guy that's always, you know, right around 300, you know, 20, 25 home runs in that range. Not someone that's ever going to like knock your socks off, but is a really, really good hitter, you know, with, you know, high floor as well. For a high scorer, he's got a pretty high floor, solid approach. Got to cut the strikeouts down a little bit, but not too worried about that quite yet. And then back to the pitching side of things, at Tarik Skubal, number 4. He was probably one of the biggest rising pitching prospects of 2019. If you had to give out an award for that, for top rising pitching prospect, he would be one of the finalists, at least probably win that award if that was an award. Started out the year at high A and got 9 starts in at double A. Overall, his K per 9 was 13.1, which is already a very lofty number. And you look at his 9 double A starts, he had 82 strikeouts for 17.4 K per 9. That is ridiculous. Like, every start was like 10, 11, 12. Didn't get to see him, unfortunately. Hopefully I get to see him live early in the season. We'll see there, but low to mid-90s fastball, big curveball, also throws a slider as well and a changeup. Fastball curver plus, sliders above average, a little inconsistent. Changeup is well behind. I would love to see him develop that changeup a little more. There's still some reliever risk here. He was a reliever before 2019. They moved him into the rotation last year. Obviously, it looks great right now, but it's not like 100% certain he's going to remain a starter. Probably will, but so there's still a little bit of reliever risk here. But the upside is a high strikeout, high-end number 3 starter. So definitely one to target in Dynasty leagues. He's on the rise now. Everyone knows that. And I could see him take another step forward here in 2020. And then ending things here, the 5th guy I want to talk about, a couple spots down, is Parker Meadows. He's probably the next highest upside guy in this system outside of the top 4. He's Austin Meadows' little brother. Different hitter. Very different type of hitter than his big brother. Austin is more of a contact-oriented guy with some power. Parker is more of a power speed guy. Hit tool needs some work. He's big guy, 6'5", 205. A lot of production left in that frame. Could be easy plus or better raw power. 30 home run upside there. Speed, right now he's plus. He's a very fast, very athletic, very fast and athletic. So right now he's a plus runner. Added bulk and stuff, probably down to a 50-55 grade runner, but still, this is a 30 home run, 15 steal or so profile. But the hit tool is going to need to improve. You got to stop chasing so many pitches, really make more consistent contact. The swing's a little busy. Deeper hand load can lead to a longer swing. So some things to be ironed out here, but the upside is pretty high for a guy ranked outside my top 200 overall. And if he can, clean up the hit tool, make more consistent contact, you can see him really shoot up, maybe even into the top 100 by the end of this year. That's going to do it for the Detroit Tigers. For the entire top 25, head on over to FantraxHQ. Get the entire top 25 there with blurbs on all of them. You check out the rest of my top 25. Check out the draft kit. Pumping up stuff daily there. A lot of great content. And obviously, make sure you switch your league over to Fantrax today. Get a free year of premium upgrades when you switch your league over. So that's a great deal right there. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube page as well. So we got a lot more videos coming out rest of the preseason and into the season.